days. Hi, I'm Sasha from Fast Renovations, and here we are on a special job turning this dated 70s style home from drabulous to fabulous in 14 days. Now, there's a bit of a different brief. It's not a normal family renovation. We're doing a renovation for a corporate client who's gone through a separation. He does have children, quite a traditional guy, but also has a champagne lifestyle. He's actually staying on his boat while we renovate this house. But we want to turn this into a bachelor pad for him, and I want to go quite funky. Now, I've brought in my male designer on this job. I need his help because I need to make sure I'm not doing it too bling, tone it down and appeal to the male perspective. So let's go meet David.
Hello everyone, my name's David from Fast Renovations. Now, ever since I was a kid, I've always been fascinated by beautiful homes and their interiors, which of course inspired me to create my own home and then go into interior decorating from there. Now, Sasha today has brought me in on this specific project, being a bachelor pad, just to give a male perspective on things, so everything doesn't get out of hand and too bling-tastic, which of course she's known for. So today I've been brought in specifically to look at two major aspects of this project. First of all, the numerology of the place, because everything is affected by that number of the house, and secondly, the feng shui of the place, which is placing all the right furniture in every single spot, as well as the colour schemes. Now let's go and find Sasha and see exactly where we're at.
Hi, David.
Hi, Sasha.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm very excited.
Very excited. It's gutting day today. So the main house has all been pulled apart, ripped apart, and I've brought David in because he's very good with numerology, looking at star signs and feng shui when it comes to design. Now, being that this is going to be a bit of a batch pad, I wanted to get the male perspective on it. So three main rooms we're going to look at now is the lounge, the kitchen and the master bedroom. So let's get some ideas from David here. What we're doing was, this was an old fireplace which we're going to put his TV in, perfect spot to mount the TV because he doesn't use his fireplace. It's got some shelving there. Now, I haven't made decisions on what I'm doing totally, so I want your input here. We are moving the air conditioning out of that way and deleting that lamp. I want to do feature wall there and wallpaper. Now, the client has told me, David, that he doesn't like retro contemporary, which is exactly what I was going to do. So he's quite traditional. We need to make sure we're getting the look and feel right.
Sure.
So what do you think here? Funky wallpaper there. We could tone it down, not go too retro.
Okay, so come over here, let's have a look at this thing. What I'm thinking possibly is have a nice accent wall, like a warm, chocolatey brown, which is the colours you're obviously going for. And because it's going to be a bachelor pad, he's obviously going to want some female company over too. So to make this most attractive for mood lighting, you could have up lighting through here if you're going to keep that. Just some nice little lights.
Okay, so that's a good idea because we're deleting that wall light, so we could uplight all of this. Move the air conditioning, but you wouldn't think put a softer wallpaper to give it a different edge?
I don't know, because it's traditional. Possibly keep it simple. The KISS principle is always best.
Just a nice soft chocolate wall with a nice piece of artwork or something up there?
Or even a dark maroon or something like that. Just blends with the chocolate and the dark with the colours that you're going with.
Okay. Well, now let's have a look at the kitchen. So what we're doing here is we're doing quite a masculine kitchen. I've chosen a lot of chocolates and dark colours, which the client he's traditionally was wanting lighter features, even though he said to me, free licence, do what you like. Initially, straight away, I went for the darker masculine colours. I'm trying to lighten it up with a little bit of this tawny linewood, which is from Laminix, so it's got a bit of a white line as well as a latte feature. Now, the top is actually a diamond gloss top. Now, diamond gloss comes from Laminix. It gives a real glossy effect, so it looks like a stone or it looks like a wood. If we had gone stone tops, it's triple the cost. So I actually use this on a lot of our jobs, as you know, because it gives the wow factor without the cost. So we're all about giving $1 million look without having to spend $1 million.
Sounds like it looks like it's easy to clean as well. Of course, the average male is not the best at cleaning house, are they?
Yeah, well, that's right. And originally I was going to do a matte look, which they're out of stock, so now he's getting all gloss.
Right, okay.
You do get a few fingerprints, but you just have to, you get the wow factor. So here we are, David, in the master bedroom, and as you can see, we've just knocked out this wall to double the size of the space. Now, with regards to the feng shui, we've got a king-size bed to put in here, an office, which normally can't be put in a bedroom, other than if you rearrange it so that the elements work, and also a lounge area. So master bed, lounge and office, what do you recommend?
Well, that's good. Because you've knocked out this wall, you've got a whole beautiful chi coming through, it's like a U shape, and of course in that little alcove here you could put an atrium as well, which would be nice.
Outdoor furniture, and I'm going to funk it up with some funky yakkers and pots and
Yeah, great. So what I would do is I'd definitely put the bed here, get rid of that mirror.
Master bed here looking to the garden.
Yeah, because you've got beautiful sunsets, the sun setting in the west, of course, Perth has some of the most beautiful sunsets ever. So you could mount the television up here in the corner, so you can obviously watch TV, videos, etc. And then out into, now that you've got this beautiful big space here, you can have the office at the far end.
Yeah. So that's further enough away from the bed. So
definitely further enough, yes. So just so it separates work from relaxation. So you can have the office at the very back there, and the beautiful chaise lounge, like you said, and some kind of
coffee table
with a rug, yeah.
Perfect. So master bed, lounge, and office.
Yep.
Nice big room. Here we are on day 6 of the renovation at City Beach. I've come to meet my project manager Renee on site because I've got a sneaky suspicion we're a couple of days behind. The painters were supposed to be in, the kitchen's supposed to be in, the client's added a lot of variations to this job, and we're trying to get it still finished in the same time frame within 10 days on this job to 14 days. So let's meet Renee and see what's happening. Hi Ren, how are you?
Hi Sash, well thanks.
That's good. Ren's my project manager, and a brilliant one at that. Now I'm meeting Ren today on site to give us a scope because I'm a little bit worried we're behind with a couple of things. Painting, kitchen.
We are a little, just a tad. We had the painters working all through the weekend to prep and get everything ready. And the other thing is the cabinet makers have pulled in an extra guy over the weekend and worked in the factory and done graveyard shifts to get this kitchen in.
Okay, now this house is a 10 working day renovation, so 2 weeks, but really it's 10 working days. We're dressing on day 11 next Monday, so we really need to get this finished on time because all of the furniture is being ordered. Now, saying that, we've added a lot of variations to the house. I'm adding extra things in as I go, such as wallpapers here. I love this wallpaper, and I've chosen this gorgeous wallpaper because it's a 3-striped chocolate wallpaper, very similar to what I've done in the kitchen doors. So it matches the kitchen doors. It's not an expensive wallpaper. He's quite a traditional guy, and because we're doing this as a bachelor pad, it's quite a masculine thing, having the chocolate stripes. And it's from Wall Candy, which is my favoured wallpaper supplier. They're absolutely brilliant. So it just adds a bit of texture to the house here and across the fireplace. And because the kitchen is coming into this area, it flows nicely into the kitchen, so that's why I chose that. Now let's check on, have a look at the rest of the house.
Okay, Sash, so when we put the lintel in here, we just need to finish this off with a soffit and flush that in that we finished today.
Good. Yep. Okay. I am a little bit concerned, Ren, and I do think even though we've seen the whole house now, I am a bit worried that the painters are behind and we've only got a few days to get this, so I'm going to get on the phone. Renee is a brilliant project manager and she pushes the trades, but sometimes when it comes from the big boss, I can crack them a little bit harder, so I am going to make that call because we need to get cracking onto this. Now, last week we had David in here talking about the feng shui, and we're going to have his desk towards the end of the room and his bed here, because with the office and the bed can't be too close together in feng shui, so we're going to separate them nicely, and at the end have a wallpaper, and behind his bed head I've chosen another wall candy paper from Graham Brown, okay, which again is a gorgeous chocolate with a silver sort of shimmer going in it. It's quite traditional, a little bit funky, a little bit contemporary, but also quite masculine. So it'll suit the room because I've got chocolate furniture coming in here. Right, I'm going to go make that phone call. We're at Wall Candy Wallpaper Shop. Now, this is where I come to get all of my wallpapers because they've got a huge range of really fantastic retro, contemporary to traditional flocks, baroques, every wallpaper, Graham Browns from the UK, all of the stuff that I love. Now, David's come in to tone me down because on City Beach I'm doing surprise wallpapers for the client, and being that he's traditional, I chose one of these wallpapers, which is a stripe, quite traditional, quite masculine, also had it made with a bed head. And the client has gone on site and he actually loves this funky retro one, which is what he told me. He didn't like retro, but he does actually love that and doesn't mind this, but once you've got sexy, boring is traditional is kind of a little bit boring, so...
It's quite ironic, really, because now instead of having to tone you down, you can herb it up a notch and always trust your gut.
Always trust your gut. So it's a very interesting thing because I now want to change the wallpaper because even though it's okay, I can't deal with okay, it has to be great. So this wallpaper we know he loves. So that one is a winner. Now, what I've done then is I've brought David back in. We're doing a bit of a tour of the city today with some funky clubs and that sort of thing, having a look at some masculine design ideas. Now, this wallpaper is something that David's picked out, not something I would choose being purple, but tell me why you've picked this, David.
Oh, because the house is a 6 house, it loves the beautiful like charcoals and purples, and also him being a Capricorn, his colours are blue, grey and violet. So because this is kind of a meld of the 3, plus it has a nice shimmer on it, being in his study, that'll make a nice accent wall, so it'll pick up the light from both sides of the office. So
that's an interesting thing, because the house number being number 6 and his Capricorn star sign saying that he likes blue and purple, because he actually told me he liked blue. So I actually am going to go with you on this because I like the colour. Purple's masculine, I think it will work. So we'll replace the traditional with the retro purple.
Hi everyone, here we are down at the Court Hotel. Now I brought Sash here today just to show her how this place has been wonderfully renovated.
It is a really great style of a masculine colour theme with the dark chocolate. And I love here, Dave, how you can see the wallpapers here. Now, a lot of people with wallpapers go, oh my God, that's Granny's house in England and I grew up with wallpaper and I don't want wallpaper as soon as I mention it. Same thing with chandeliers. A lot of people say, oh no, I don't want chandeliers, it's too much, it's too bling. Now, with my nickname being Miss Bling...
Of course.
I like to spice things up a little bit. Now, it's just to show people really that you can still keep a masculine theme and still add a feature wallpaper or a chandelier and still get that.
Exactly. Well, look, the colour theme they've gone here is a deep burgundy, purpley brown colour, which I think adds the same to the same wallpaper that I picked out, and that'll go really well with the office. Now, as you can see, the chandeliers here that you've got classical versus beautiful crystal, and there's a really nice contrast between the two of them. Yeah,
and I like that. It's a good point because you can have a masculine chandelier. It doesn't have to be all bling, and a wallpaper can make a real feature because there's so many funky wallpapers. They're not the old floral, traditional granny style wallpapers, so they create a piece of art themselves and add massive value to a home.
Exactly.
So we're talking about the $1 million look, and it's interesting that we come here, Dave, and we've got this dark sort of colours and chocolate masculine theme going on, and a blue chair is there.
Exactly. You can never have too much of an accent. Of course, being a Capricorn colour, I'm sure they could become somewhere in the house.
Blue is following us today. It's blue on your shirt, blue in the chair, and that's his star sign. So shall we go check out Fire and Ice?
Let's go check out Fire and Ice.
Let's go. Here we are at Fire and Ice, and we're showing you another example of how you can create a masculine look. We've got a very masculine colour, black. Now, black silver is in at the moment, really big at the moment. I love black and silver. And then we can see here, Dove, how that you can throw a white couch in. Now, white is a female colour, right? Goddess, all of that sort of stuff. So we can throw, a white to contrast against the black with a splash of colour of the red, which I love. And then we've also got, you know, the sexiness of the leather lounge with the velvet. You know, so very funky, very retro, contemporary, masculine at the same time, but actually suits both styles. So that's what I've tried to do with City Beach. Quite a bachelor pad, quite masculine, but he does have kids, so looking at both styles.
First of all, hey, great set of pins.
Love the legs.
I know, right? They just picture perfect.
Well, thank you.
What I love about this is also one of Capricorn's colours. It's a charcoal grey, but it also blends very well with the neutral black. And what I also love is the way they've thrown in a bit of a wooden motif, like a Balian-esque kind of theme. And they've got obviously a beautiful coffee table book and a few other bits and pieces which blends with the whole place.
So that's interesting, the whole Capricorn thing. We've got the blues, the charcoals, the purples. Everywhere we've gone today, it's just there.
It's just there, yeah.
It's meant to happen.
It is.
So shall we go check out, see what's happening at City Beach?
Why not? Let's go.
Let's go. So what I'm doing for my client John is dressing his home. As you might remember, this was an old bookcase that was old wood, bit run down. So what we've done is we've painted the whole bookcase and the fireplace nice new chocolate, and I've added a wallpaper, a nice traditional wallpaper, which he wasn't too sure about at first, but now he loves, because it's important that people see the finished product. Once you start adding the accessories, that's what creates the value to the home. So it's really important. Things like this is an old vodka bottle with a bit of sequenced covering over the top, adds a bit of bling, and you can see I've pulled in some red bottles, red candles to bring out the depth of the chocolate, and it really is just the accessorising. That's what adds value to a home. So now I'm putting his ornaments in his desk area, and I can't stress enough how important it is to get the furnishings right. Now when a client gives me a budget, like he's given me a budget to do this whole house, because a lot of people don't have an idea of how to put colours and ornaments and pieces of furniture together. So when I can go out to the wholesalers, buy all of the furniture for the client, I can then make sure that I've matched the carpets to the paint colours, to the light fittings, to the wallpaper, to this beautiful desk. All the furniture just looks so stunning. And I can't stress enough, guys, the value that it adds to your home is phenomenal. If you put daggy furniture back in, you will really devalue and drag your house down. So please remember to set aside a furniture budget.
The red carpet, in the spotlight, center stage. My life is a catwalk, designer labels every day. Premieres, Moet champagne, paparazzi scream, please pose again. Gala balls, design awards, Versace suit that says it all. All that glitters can be gold, I'm told. Be fabulous.
Hi everybody, it's D-Day on the site, and we are apparently day 11 and ahead of schedule.
We are. Well, we were scheduled for 11 days. Normally it's a 14-day renovation. We've done this in 11 days, which is quite quick. And considering when we started, we weren't going to knock down walls, we weren't going to do the alfresco area, we weren't going to do the front fascia of the house. But of course I called Sam, the real estate agent, in, and she recommended, as I did, to do the front fascia of the house because it will add a couple of $100,000 worth of value.
Oh, easily.
So we have done that. So with all the variations, we've still pulled it in on time. Now, here is the finished product. You remember we were talking about this wallpaper in the wallpaper shop.
Yes.
And he wasn't too sure about it because, again, clients can look at one piece before it's all furnished and think, it stands out because it's just the one thing they're focusing on.
Yeah.
I did bring the purple wallpapers because we looked at that, which was his star sign. He didn't like the purple, so we decided to wait till we finished it all, see what he thought. And we did paint over one of the other walls of the wallpaper, just painted it chocolate just to tone it down. And now I think the look is amazing.
It does, looks brilliant.
So
Absolutely brilliant.
Let's take a look around.
Let's have a look.
So in the kitchen, you might remember we had this old bulkhead that was really low and really cut the kitchen and the dining room in two. And so what we've done is we've put the new diamond gloss top.
Which looks amazing.
Gorgeous. And it's a wood grain, so again, quite masculine for the client. And the beautiful crystalline from Laminex. Now this is called Crystalline Gloss. It's a new product and they have all these funky wood grains. Again, I did a wood grain, bit of a lighter colour with a bit of a cream stripe with the dark top, just to make it masculine but still keeping it light. Kitchen looks huge and open now.
Plus I love the lighting that goes around here, especially when the lights go down.
Gorgeous,
the romance comes up.
Yeah, because what I did here, they had this old bulkhead. So when we took the old bulkhead down, the cornicing ran either side, so I decided to put a new bulkhead in, raise it, drop some downlights, and you've got a brand new beautiful breakfast bar, overhang, funky bar stools. Job done.
And after 5.
Congratulations.
So Sash, here we are in the masterpiece of the whole renovation, the bedroom. Now you've done an incredible job here.
I love this, David, and thanks to your input, because you study the Feng Shui. So we originally had a wall here, as you might remember, and the bedroom was very tiny, and this was an old wall that was unplastered and unpainted, very 70s style, cream brick, really tired. And I recommended to knock the wall out, which he didn't want to do at first, but he eventually came around because we've created this massive space. Also then put another bedroom into his old study, so that we've now got 4 bedrooms instead of 3 bedrooms. and put his gorgeous man study here,
Yeah.
separated by his chaise lounge, coffee table, TV rest area, and then his beautiful bedroom area, which I think is very sumptuous, very Versace with the wallpaper, quite masculine.
It's going to be where it all happens.
And then you, David, have quite, you know, wonderfully told me. I picked up these pieces because my intuition is quite strong.
It is
but
very
this actually
strong, yeah.
symbolises something quite interesting. So what did you think about
Well,
this?
basically, you've done very, very well, because normally obviously recently separated, obviously not wanting to jump into anything too soon, but would obviously like some romance in his life. So the fact you've picked this figurine where it's like a man and a woman embracing each other, that is bringing into his life some romance, as well as having a red, which...
So it's like putting positive vibrations.
Positive vibes, yeah.
Yeah.
And also bringing the red into the bedroom, of course, with a vodka bottle, just to help things along.
Always helps matters along.
Always helps, a couple of shots,
Bit
it's
of
always good.
alcohol.
But red in the bedroom is always good. Either like have something specific, or you need one or two of something that matches. You've got red on both sides, so it matches, so it harmonises. So, you know, he's going to have
And then you've got a little bit of purple there as well, which
purple's
symbolises...
well, that's his Capricorn colour,
his
which is
star
good.
sign.
Yeah.
So you've studied his star sign, you've studied Feng Shui, we've mixed these beautiful elements together to create a really sumptuous, gorgeous room.
Yeah, you've done so well. 11 out of 10.
Well done, thank you.
Congratulations.
Hi Sam, how are you?
Good, Sash.
Mwah. So what do you think? You've just had the walkthrough.
It's transformed the whole property. It's made it larger. The whole thing feels amazing.
It is such a difference, you know, and it was such a dated 70s style, daggy old home with the cream bricks. So we've knocked out walls, we've put wallpapers up, and I've done a lot of gifts for the client here, because sometimes when you take a client through, they'll do a certain amount, but like he just said to me, you know, I wanted to just tizzy it up. I didn't want to go over the top because everybody was telling him to bowl this over.
Yeah, I know, he just said.
And that's a common theme. You know, 95% of people think you've got to bowl over a house and that it can't be renovated. But, you know, most of the time it can be renovated. Almost.
You've just proved it.
Yeah, every time. And so in a client's mind, though, they're not wanting to go over the top because they think that just give it a quick tizzy up. But, you know, I could see the whole vision for the place, and I could see what we can turn something really drabulous into fabulous. And we've done it in 11 days, not 14.
11 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what did you think the value was before?
Before about 2.1, 2 to 2.1 million.
2 mil to 2.1 because it's
Pretty
a
much
good
block
area.
value, good area, near the ocean, you know, 1 street from the ocean.
And everyone on the street is building big mansions around.
They are.
So this was a little old 70s style stuck in between these big mansions. So 2 million is, you know, for a big block is just really land value.
Pretty much, yeah.
And what do you value it at today?
I would say close to 2.5, 2.45 to 2.5.
That is fantastic. So, you know, and that's very interesting because I had a bet with the client that would raise 500,000. You know, 'cause
really?
remember he didn't want to do the front fascia,
Yes.
he was just doing the inside, and I bet that just doing the outside would have put a couple of hundred on it, and the inside would be a couple of hundred. So by doing both, it's gone up $500,000.
Yeah, you've transformed it completely, and he's very happy. You've made it seem so much larger.
Much larger, all flows, another happy client, another $500,000 raise for them. I'm
Well
very
done.
happy. Thank you. Until next time. We'll see you on the next show. Fast renovations for $1 million makeover look. 1, 2, 3.
My goodness gracious. I'm glad I didn't swear.
What do you think?
Fantastic.
This is your office.
Yeah, this is great.
Isn't this beautiful? I've got your little trophy now.
I dine in high-class restaurants, reservations just for 2. The maitre d', he welcomes me with, "Hi, maintenance, how are you?" A fashionista glitterazzi, I wrote the guest list. Come on, let's party. Paris, London, Tokyo, Spain, stop the press. Headlines again. I'm international with haute couture or Louis Vuitton. You're jealous, I'm sure. Diamond